continue rescheduling. I'm gonna just cancel the order. Stupid. What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys doing wonderful today. I actually was supposed to make a review on camera 4K G2. The lens I ordered for this hasn't came in yet. But in the last video, I recorded in 12-bit RAW and it didn't show quite as much. So I'm gonna wait until I get my prime lens to make sure this thing is actually flawless. But I will show you guys exactly how I set up my second studio, which is not in this studio. Spoiler alert, this studio is gonna get turned down and it's gonna turn to a regular bedroom, so I can actually rent it out. I'm gonna have another roommate, so we'll see how that works. Anyways, let's go to my kitchen studio to show you exactly the setup I'm using. Here it is. This is my kitchen studio. This is the camera. I have one on top. And my third camera is right here. And I also have ATEM SDI Extreme ISO. This is the cable version of it compared to the HDMI. And I had rerouted the wires very cleanly and professionally, but don't judge me on it. You can see I have everything neat in the corner there. And for this camera right here, this wire is kind of tangled. There's also zip tie to this arm. I redirected it all to here and I just fed it all the way there. This thing right here, and then now the wires are all dangle. Unfortunately, this is the real fact of having a setup like this. It's gonna cause a lot of wiring issues. You have to be very comfortable with it, as it will cost a lot of wiring to be dangled everywhere. But the cost behind it is very efficient. I paid only $50 for the wires. The only problem you're gonna run into is whenever you use the mini SDI. These SDIs, mini SDI connectors, it's an awesome connection because you can fit them in a lot of places that you prefer. As you can see how I have the whole thing set up. But unfortunately it's new standard and it's not really relatively available everywhere. So I couldn't actually get them to, I couldn't get it to crimp. Another factor to the price is the crimping tool whenever you use an SDI connection. Now, the cable is gonna be cheap. There's nothing wrong with it. It's gonna be an awesome price tag. I paid $50 for mine. I'm gonna demonstrate to you guys how well these cameras can actually operate. I'm gonna show you exactly what I need to do to get this thing running. Unfortunately, I can't continue showing you guys something like this. You can't really see. Anyways, to record in 4K, you're gonna always need an SSD. You're gonna need a mini USB. So this is for camera 1, camera 2, and this. You're always gonna need the third one for your board, because the board is gonna record when you cut, when you crop in, when you actually change the settings of the camera. And now FYI, so you guys see the differences. This is recorded on Sony FX30 S-Log3, and I won't be doing a very heavy color grading. It'll be a minor LUT and it's just gonna be ready to go. So you guys can also see the difference between them. All right, now it's recording. This is camera 1. I have camera 3 on top. I also connected camera number 2 as well. Now this is gonna be recorded in Blackmagic RAW 12-bit 8.1. Let's just go for it. All right. Now, first thing first, you're gonna always need a crimping tool if you're gonna use a coax cable. This thing right here is $80. You can find it on B&H. It comes in this little box right here with a ruler. I never really used a ruler before. Anyways, if you ask me personally if you need this, you actually don't really need it. You can always just use a pair of scissors just like old school, whenever you cut and coax cables, it's the same thing. But this just makes it neat and nifty and fast. So if you don't have $80, don't sweat it. You could just use the scissors or the normal wire crimper, and then you just crimp it like normal. You just gotta understand the width of every single thing that you have. Now, this is for coax cables. We use this as a guide. You can use the top portion of it just for the copper wire, and then from here all the way to right here, just the exposed white part. And then you just crimp it with this. If you don't actually willing to spend $80 on this device, little nifty device that we have here. Anyways, my main problem, which is the mini SDI connector, which is right here. I actually bought these. This cost me around like $90 for all the tins that I needed, but I couldn't crimp them. This thing right here cannot go through the coax copper wire because it's too small. Copper wire is actually very, very big, so it doesn't really fit it quite well. So I advise every single person to actually buy this pre-made, which comes from China. It works flawlessly. I have them in all my cameras, and I bought 10 of these bad boys and never going back. And I wish I did this early on because it would have been a lot easier. If you wonder if there's a price difference, by the time you actually buy one mini SDI connector and one male SDI connector, it's 10, and then the wire itself is $20, and then you ended up paying around like $25 to $30. So it's the same price, $5 different, but it's gonna work right away. Anyways, I hope you guys like this kind of content. There's gonna be more to come. I'm still waiting for that 16mm lens. I just got a notification. It's gonna be delayed until tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna cancel the order and just order another one, or pay the full price for $100. It's gonna come in tomorrow. I'm really sorry. I'm still trying to get used to this Blackmagic design product yet, but the 12-bit at the moment is very, very awesome, and I like what I'm seeing at the moment, but my heart still loves Sony Log. But hey, to get the job done, you gotta make sure it stays easier for you so you can be able to stay consistent. So unfortunately, Blackmagic is winning for me. This is signing off from the studio. I won't be signing off from my usual studio, because unfortunately my studio is going to be deleted soon, and I'm going to build the studio behind this camera. So we'll see how well this is going to work. I'm going to take you guys on a journey, because I'm going to bring everything down. I'm going to rebuild. It's going to be another DIY of building another wall, but stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe, tell your friends. Stay tuned. Later. I forgot. This time around I gotta. Peace.